So the Powerbeats Pro 2s have some major upgrades to them that make them a great pair of workout earbuds. They have ear hooks, so they're going to give you a super secure fit. They have a noticeably small case for a pair of earbuds with ear hooks. They have a long combined battery life. They have active noise cancellation, and they have built-in heart rate monitors. However, Apple is gatekeeping some important features from the Powerbeats Pro 2s so that they don't eat into their AirPods sales. So today we're going to see how the Powerbeats Pro 2 compared to both the AirPods Pro 2 and the AirPods 4, and we're going to see which ones are right for you. We're going to pricing. The Powerbeats Pro 2s have a retail price of $250, the same as the AirPods Pro 2, and these earbuds are very different from one another. Then there are the AirPods 4 with ANC, and these have been my daily drivers for everything, and they have a retail price of $180. Now you can get them without ANC for $130, but today we're going to be talking about the ones with ANC. Nonetheless, if you don't pick any of these earbuds up, they'll be linked down below, or you can always press on the YouTube shopping button, and if you want to further support the channel, then you can always pick up some merch. So first, there's the case, because there's actually a lot going on here. Now, the Powerbeats Pro 2's case is noticeably larger than these AirPod cases, but that's perfectly fine, because these earbuds have built-in ear hooks. So this case isn't going to be the best while it's in your pocket, but I assume that these are going to live mostly in your gym bag. The important thing here is this case is noticeably smaller than the original Powerbeats Pro's case. But when compared to either the AirPods Pro 2's case or the AirPods 4's case, the Powerbeats Pro 2's case is huge. But in general, AirPods have always had the smallest cases on the market, so these cases are great for everyday use because they're super easy to throw into your pockets and they aren't all that noticeable when they're in your pockets. But when it comes to charging these cases, all of these cases charge via a USB-C port, which is great, and all of these cases have wireless charging, which is also great. However, the Powerbeats Pro 2's case cannot be charged with your Apple Watch charger, and as someone that has an Apple Watch and I usually charge my AirPods with my Apple Watch charger, this was a very big disappointment. Now, you can still charge your Powerbeats Pro 2's case with your MagSafe charger, but the AirPods Pro 2's case is the only case here that will properly line up with your MagSafe charger. With both the Powerbeats Pro 2's and the AirPods 4's, you gotta make sure that you line them up properly to the MagSafe charger, and you better not move them. But also, there are the tracking capabilities of these cases. First off, with both the AirPods Pro 2s and the AirPods 4s with ANC, both of these cases have built-in speakers, so you can make your cases play a notification for when you eventually lose them, because it will happen. But also, with both AirPods, you can track them down with the Find My app. Now, with the AirPods Pro 2s, the Find My app will give you a distance and a direction, so it's easier to track them down. Whereas with the AirPods 4s, these like to play a game of hot and cold with you, so you can track them down, but the AirPods Pro 2s are just better. But then there are the Powerbeats Pro 2s. Now, they work with the Find My app just like AirPods, but they're just going to tell you when and where was the last time that you connected them to your phone. And you can also make the earbuds play a notification, but you can only do that when the earbuds themselves are outside of their case. So the Powerbeats Pro 2s just lack the trackability that the AirPods Pro 2s and the AirPods 4 offer, which I feel is a pretty big deal, because this is going to help protect your overall investment into your earbuds, because you will eventually lose these earbuds. But then there are the battery life on these earbuds, and this is where the Powerbeats Pro 2s really stand out in general. These earbuds have an advertised combined battery life of 45 hours with their active noise cancellation turned off. The earbuds themselves can go for 10 straight hours, and the case can supply 3.5 additional charges. And with their ANC turned on, they have an advertised combined battery life of 36 hours. The earbuds themselves can go for 8 straight hours, plus the 3.5 charges from the case. Overall, the Powerbeats Pro 2s are going to be able to keep up with you through multiple workout sessions in between charges, with or without ANC being turned on, and they have a really good stamina, which is going to be super important if you're a marathon runner or a triathlon athlete. Or even if you're just someone that works retail, or if you're a truck driver, the Powerbeats Pro 2s are going to be able to keep up with you on a single charge. But then there are the AirPods Pro 2s, which have an advertised combined battery life of 30 hours with their ANC turned on, and the AirPods 4 have an advertised combined battery life of 20 hours with their ANC turned on. And with both of these, if you use them with their ANC turned off, you can extend their battery life. But regardless, the Powerbeats Pro 2s have a way better battery life than both of these AirPods. Now, like I mentioned before, I love my AirPods 4s, and these are my daily drivers for everything. But what I don't like about them is their battery life. As someone that used to daily drive the AirPods Pro 2s, and I only use the ANC on my earbuds when I have to, which is almost never, to be honest, I constantly still have to remember to charge the AirPods 4s up very consistently because they just can't keep up with you like the AirPods Pro 2s can. But I guess this is a sacrifice that you're gonna have to make just given their super small and convenient case. But now let's talk about the earbuds themselves. Now, what makes the Powerbeats Pro 2s special is that they have ear hooks, so no matter how much you move around, these should stay in place no matter what. And ear hooks are more secure, and they should be more compatible with more people than, let's say, earphones that you'll find on many other earbuds out there. But also, the Powerbeats Pro 2s are in-ear earbuds, but these are shallow-fitting in-ear earbuds like the AirPods Pro 2s, and shallow-fitting in-ear earbuds are a little more comfortable than standard in-ear earbuds like the previous Powerbeats Pros because they aren't as intrusive. But the problem with shallow-fitting in-ear earbuds is that they do tend to wiggle out a little easier, especially the AirPods Pro 2s when you're working out and they're getting all sweaty. And then there are the AirPods 4, and these just rest in the bowl of your ears. So they aren't going to passively block out noise like with either the AirPods Pro 2s or the Powerbeats Pro 2s. But ironically, these actually do a much better job of staying in place while working out than the AirPods Pro 2s do. I actually use my AirPods 4s when I weightlift and when I jump rope, and they don't fall out nearly as much as the AirPods Pro 2s do, because as soon as their silicone ear tips get a little sweaty, they just start to slide out. So if you're an athlete or if you do action sports and you need the best lockdown for your earbuds, then you'll want to go with the Powerbeats Pro 2s because of their ear hooks. But also, the Powerbeats Pro 2s are more durable and water resistant than AirPods. But if you're a weightlifter like me and you're just looking for a solid pair of earbuds for the gym, ironically, I think the AirPods 4s are going to give you better lockdown than the AirPods Pro 2s, and both of my AirPods have constantly been drenched in sweat, and they're both perfectly fine. And when it comes to connectivity, all of these earbuds are the same. Each earbud establishes a connection with your phone, so if you just want to use one earbud at a time, you can use either one, it doesn't matter. They're both compatible with either an iPhone or an Android device, and latency is not an issue for any of these earbuds, so you can use them to watch videos with on your phone. But wait, if you want to further support the channel, then check out our affiliate partner, Therabody, specifically the Theragun Prime Plus. Now, I've been using the Theragun Prime Plus for the last 4 months, and before that, I was using the Theragun Mini for over 3 years. Honestly, these Theraguns have changed my life. I use them at least 2 times a day. In the morning, they help loosen me up and improve my flexibility, so I can more easily move around my day much more comfortably, and they also help prevent injuries while at the gym. And at night, I like to use them before going to bed because I'm able to go to sleep feeling a lot more relaxed and less tense, and overall, the Theragun Prime Plus really helps alleviate soreness, and it helps speed up recovery thanks to the heated ball attachment, which not only gives your muscles a deep tissue massage, it also applies a lot of heat, which helps improve circulation. My Theragun Prime Plus is one of my most important pieces of tech in the house. It's literally up there with my phone. So if you want to try out the Theragun Prime Plus, use our link down below for an easy 30-day trial. Honestly, I can't recommend this product enough. But with all that out of the way, let's talk about sound. Now, all 3 of these earbuds have an adaptive EQ, and they all have spatial audio. But plainly put, both AirPods just sound much better than the Powerbeats Pro 2s. With the Powerbeats Pro 2s, their highs are just too harsh, they don't sound as open, and their bass doesn't resonate as deep or hit as hard. Now, one of the main reasons why I don't like my Powerbeats Pro 2s while working out is because I prefer how my AirPods 4 sounds. Now, the AirPods 4s have a a very bass-heavy EQ, but their highs and vocals still manage to stay very well defined and pronounced. But with the AirPods Pro 2s, since these are in-ear earbuds, they do manage to block out more noise pollution, so you are going to get better detail in the mids. However, I do feel that these do lean towards a brighter sound signature than the AirPods 4s. But overall, the Powerbeats Pro 2s sound good enough to get the job done. But for me, both the AirPods 4s and the AirPods Pro 2s easily sound much better than the Powerbeats Pro 2s, and like I just mentioned, I do prefer how my AirPods 4 sounds over the AirPods Pro 2s because the AirPods 4s do have a warmer sound signature, but their mids are not drowned out by all of their bass. But then there are the media controls on these earbuds. Again, since the Powerbeats Pro 2s are aimed towards athletes, these have physical buttons, so you can control your music and adjust your volume directly from either earbud, and since these are physical buttons, they should work even if you have gloves on. Now, the AirPods Pro 2s also allow you to fully control your media playback from either earbud, but the difference here is that their stems have these swiping gestures, and I really like these swiping gestures, but they're not going to work if you have gloves on. And then there are the AirPods 4s. Now you can squeeze their stems to play or pause your music, and you can skip through your music, but you don't have the swiping gestures like you do on the AirPods Pro 2s, so you can't adjust your volume directly from the earbuds themselves. And again, I love my AirPods 4s and I've been daily driving them ever since they came out, but I really miss having these swiping gestures, and I really hate having to go back to use my phone or my Apple Watch to adjust my volume while I'm working out. But also, since the Powerbeats Pro 2s are aimed at athletes, these are the only earbuds here that have built-in heart rate monitors. However, if you already have an Apple Watch, your Apple Watch is going to monitor your heart rate. The heart rate monitor on the Powerbeats Pro 2s only matters if you don't work out with an Apple Watch or with any other fitness tracking device, because maybe you have one of those Whoop trackers that you put over your chest. But then there's the active noise cancellation on these earbuds, and the active noise cancellation on these earbuds is really good, even on the AirPods 4s, which is super impressive because they aren't in-ear earbuds. However, I do want to taper expectations here. Do not expect the active noise cancellation on these earbuds to block out as much noise as a proper pair of over-ear ANC headphones, like either the Sony 1000 XM5s, Bose QC Ultra, or the AirPods Max. But when it comes to the ANC rankings within the Apple ecosystem, the AirPods Pro 2s are still number 1, followed by the Powerbeats Pro 2s. Below them are the Beats Fit Pro, below them are the AirPods 4s, and below them are the Beats Studio Buds Plus. So with the Powerbeats Pro 2s, they're definitely going to be able to block out your gym's music, and you'll be able to block out noise pollution like people running on treadmills. And most importantly, the Powerbeats Pro 2s are able to block out this noise without causing any headaches like with the original AirPods Pros. But it does seem that Apple is holding back the Powerbeats Pro 2s because the AirPods Pro 2s do block out noticeably more noise than the Powerbeats Pro 2s. And the AirPods Pro 2s do a noticeably better job of blocking out chatter than the Powerbeats Pro 2s. And then there are the AirPods 4s with ANC. For a pair of non-in-ear earbuds, these block out an impressive amount of noise. Now, they don't block out as much noise as the Powerbeats Pro 2s, but they'll be able to block out your gym's music or people running on treadmills without any problems. And all of these earbuds have an ambient mode, so they can pump in all of the sound around you so you can stay aware if you're working out while outside. And Apple's ambient mode on all of these earbuds is really good. However, another feature that the Powerbeats Pro 2s are missing here is conversation awareness. Now, this is a feature that I never use on my AirPods, but you can set them so that when you start talking, they'll automatically lower the volume of your music and they'll pump in all of the ambient sound around you, so they can talk to someone without having to touch your earbuds. And when you stop talking, they'll go back to normal again. Now, like I said, I never use this feature on my AirPods because when I'm using AirPods, I really don't want people to bother me. But I actually think that this feature would have been great for the Powerbeats Pro 2s, especially if you're somebody that likes to work out in groups or if you have a gym partner. And another minor feature that's missing on the Powerbeats Pro 2s is that they don't have the adaptive setting for their active noise cancellation and ambient mode. Again, this is another feature that I don't use on my AirPods and I don't miss it on the Powerbeats Pro 2s, but I just feel like it's another feature that Apple is gatekeeping from the Powerbeats Pro 2s to make the AirPods and the AirPods Pro 2 stand out a little bit more than the Powerbeats Pro 2s. And finally, here's the microphone test. And all of these microphones perform very well, and that's pretty standard for Apple right now. But again, I do feel that Apple is gatekeeping some things from the Powerbeats Pro 2s because I feel that AirPods have a slightly better sounding and slightly better performing microphone on them. And I actually feel that the AirPods 4s have a slightly better sounding microphone than the AirPods Pro 2s because the AirPods 4s are newer than the AirPods Pro 2s. Now, all of these microphones do a super impressive job of dealing with noise pollution because right now, the AirPods 4s are doing a really good job of blocking out all of this road noise. Because for comparison's sake, if we were to switch over to my lapel microphone, you're going to clearly hear all of this road noise. But if we were to switch back over to the AirPods 4, it is severely reduced. And the AirPods Pro 2s also do a very good job of blocking out all of this road noise. Overall, Apple has just some of the best performing microphones on their earbuds right now. And the Powerbeats Pro 2s also do a very good job of dealing with all of this noise pollution, and my voice still sounds very clear. But when it comes to blocking out chatter, the Powerbeats Pro 2s aren't doing as good of a job. There's a noticeable amount of interference going on with my voice, and my voice is getting pushed down on a lot of stuff. Whereas with both the AirPods Pro 2s and AirPods 4s, these do a slightly better job of dealing with this chatter. But again, for comparison's sake, if we were to switch over to my lapel microphone, you're going to clearly hear all of this chatter. But if we just switch back over to the AirPods 4, it is severely reduced, and these have slightly better clarity than the Powerbeats Pro 2s. Overall, all of these mics sound good, and they all do a good job of dealing with noise pollution, but AirPods do sound a little better than the Powerbeats Pro 2. But with all that being said, the Powerbeats Pro 2s are a pair of very good workout earbuds that offer you ear hooks so you never have to worry about your earbuds falling out while you're working out. Their case is reasonably small for earbuds with ear hooks, and they offer you a super long battery life so you can go multiple workouts in between charges. The Powerbeats Pro 2 also block out noise so you can ignore your gym's playlist, or they can also pump in sound so you can stay safe while working out while outdoors. However, you can clearly see that Apple is still gatekeeping certain features that you'll find on AirPods from the Powerbeats Pro 2. I think that it's unfortunate that you can't charge this case with your Apple Watch charger. You don't have conversation awareness, the mics aren't as good as AirPods, and I personally prefer how both the AirPods Pro 2s and AirPods 4 sound over the Powerbeats Pro 2s. If you're an athlete that needs ear hooks and a super secure fit, yeah, these are good. But as a weightlifter and as someone that likes to jump rope for cardio, I still prefer my AirPods 4. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit the like button and get subscribed. If you want to pick any of the products up, they'll be linked down below. And if you want to further support the channel, check out the merch. I made some shirts and hoodies that look and feel great. And you know I can be very particular, so I'll only slap my name on something if I'm really proud of it.